Hey everyone, and welcome back to the What channel. This is video 9 in the 10 steps to designing your business plan, and it's about dependencies. I hope you've enjoyed the previous 9 steps, 8 steps even, and you're going to enjoy this one. So let's crack on in. Firstly, mark out internal and external dependencies. The internal dependencies are basically the things like yourself, the amount of time and effort that you can put into your business and the challenges that that poses with family life and all the other constraints on you being a part of your business. Secondly, an internal dependency could be an external dependency, but the staff that work for you as well. Are they challenging, or are you happy to leave them and do their own thing and the business actually runs itself without your input? So there's another internal dependency. The expertise and knowledge of yourself and your team as well could be an internal dependency. So do you have all of the relevant knowledge for your business to succeed, or do you rely on those staff that work for you? Are you learning and are you developing that knowledge and expertise yourself while you're trying to build the business, or do you buy that in? And that could be an external dependency, couldn't it? So moving on to the external dependencies, laws and regulations, the new Data Protection Act, how does that affect you and your email marketing or contacting people and control of their GDPR? If you don't know what that is, a quick Google search. It's all about protecting people's information and data. So GDPR and DPA are a concern for a lot of businesses now out there, and how you handle people's personal information. Another one, an external dependency, could be your supply chain. Are you bound by just one supplier, or do you have a whole collection? So you don't have all your eggs in one basket. You've got 2 or 3 suppliers that you can turn to for your business supplies. Another one, an external dependency, could be the money that you need for your business, and are you taking out loans? Do you require a set amount of income just to stay afloat each month or each week to your turnover? And have you got external investors that are invested in your business that you need to pay back in the form of loans or shareholders, dividends, etc.? So that's another potential external dependency that you have to list out. Are you reliant on footfall to your organizational premises, or do you drive traffic to a website? So there's 2 very distinct differences there in how you get clients to your business. So if you're reliant on footfall and people coming to your offices, then clearly you've got a marketing strategy that needs people through the door, be that local newspaper articles and advertisements, or word of mouth, where people promote your business via other things like a Facebook group, for example. Or if you are purely an online marketing business where you supply products online, you could be a mixture of both actually, footfall and also online as well, where you supply things on the internet and you need to drive traffic to your website and have visibility of your website. That's another external dependency. And premises, as I've already mentioned, do you drive people in your door? That's another external dependency, because clearly if you are leasing a property, then there's a risk there, and step 10 is actually risks, so we'll come on to this in more detail in step 10. But where you're leasing a property, the landlord could clearly turn around next year and double your rent, or something could change on the lease where they needed the property back if they needed to sell that property. So you're dependent on that premises. Or if you own the property, it's likely that you'll have a mortgage. So back to the point of money as well, there's a loan on the mortgage, which you've got to make sure that you're paying back as well. So the premises is another dependency as well. And finally, technology could be a dependency for you. Are you reliant on IT systems, or does your business pay a subscription for a technology or an IT system to deliver, i.e. SAP for accounting perhaps, and Do you buy software in on a monthly basis, or have you bought licenses for software? So technological changes or advances can affect your business as well. So there are a few key things that I think will give you some food for thought around how you run your businesses and where are the dependencies. Where do the dependencies lie? Are they internal or external? So lastly, you will have control over some of those dependencies, but less so over other of them as well. So if you have got control over them, once they're written down, you can actually map out what the steps are to control those dependencies. Where you have very little or zero control over it, even if it's noted down, at least it's there in front of you. So you can actually, it's not going to be a shock if anything changes on those dependencies. So really hope you enjoyed that video and got some value from it. So I'd love you to comment and below and tell me how and what the dependencies are for your business. So I look forward to catching up with you. I've already mentioned step 10, the final step is risks. So we'll dive into that very soon, and I look forward to catching up.